So this week we're doing our controlled breath, and my first experience with controlled breath was with DDP Yoga. And if you don't know, he's an old wrestler, WWE, WWC. Just depends on what generation, or even if you're into that. But I'm sure you've heard of him, Diamond Dallas Page. What? But he does yoga because he couldn't walk after his injuries, and his wife was like this yoga master. So he's developed his own brand of DDP Yoga, and it is awesome, also empowering. But the first thing he talks about is breath. And me being like, a plus size Barbie doll, I didn't take much, breathing is breathing. But it's legit true, and it'll help you pace yourself and calm yourself through your exercise. But the funny thing is, like, I've never used that for any of my speeches. And then I just watched her, and I'm like, oh, why haven't I done that before? So I'm going to break down what she did into, like, her controlled breathing set. So the first thing that she talks about is breathing in through your nostrils, which is key, but also breathing in to a count of 4 to 6, but you're going to exhale for longer, and what that does is push all the air out of your lungs. It's ready for that oxygen to come back in. So we're going to go 1, and then out through the mouth for longer. And I don't know if you can notice, but it's the diaphragm that's squeezing that in, right? And so this is also something that you can do when you're angry, which happens a lot in parenting, or also when you have anxiety, which for me happens when I go outside. So the next thing that she did was holding your diaphragm here, right? Well, I think this is more, depends on your body type and how long you've practiced. But she wants you to breathe in, that still counting 4 to 6 through the nostrils, and then out every 1 second. You're going to do pushing on your diaphragm, which gives you the short bursts of exhale. So then you're just going to allow your belly to fill again. And it's weird when you talk about your belly filling with air, but in all reality, that's what it is. That's that diaphragm muscle, that also why you hiccup. It's that muscle right here under your lungs that's going to push it and contract. But in order to get that feeling, you really do have to use those belly muscles. The last thing that she went over, actually, excuse me, was taking turns with your nostril breath. And for half of America, it is seasonal, and you will never be able to do that. But since I'm kind of clear, I'm going to give you an example of it. And again, we're taking turns, pinky, thumb, nostril. And again, using this diaphragm to push it out instead of the shoulders up here. So we're going to start with a thumb over, in, switch, out. In this side, switch, out. And again, you can see the diaphragm muscles tighten here. And it's different from traditional breathing for the simple fact that you're not using your mouth to exhale. But it does open up both sides, and as she said, it's meant to center yourself. So if you watch meditation or you practice anything like that, you kind of know the basis that she's going for. That's my breathing video. Hope you learned something.